Welcome back. You're still watching Breakfast Central. Now time to take you to the world of sport. We'll start off from CAF competition. The Confederation of African Football Champions League qualifiers is on, but a shocker yesterday when Asante Kotoko have been eliminated from the qualifying stages of the CAF Champions League after losing 3-1 on penalties to RC Kadiogo. The two-time CAF Champions League winners, despite going into the second league with a 1-0 advantage, they bow out of the competition after losing the game by a lone goal at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. The first half strike from Burkina Faso team provided to be a decider as RC Kadiogo took the game to penalties after a 1-1 aggregate scoreline in a two-leg tie. Asante Kotoko made a mess of themselves in the penalty shootouts with a terrible kick despite the effort from goalkeeper Danlad Ibrahim saving one penalty for the team. Yusuf Mbarak scored his first goal, but Solomon Safotelo, Osei Bonsu and Enoch Morrison, they missed their respective kicks to end Asante Kotoko's Champions League campaign. RC Kadiogo are now through to the next stage of the qualifiers after shattering the dreams of Asante Kotoko at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium in Kumasi on Sunday, September 18, 2022. That is the date Asante Kotoko will live to remember, the day they were booted out of the CAF Champions League qualifying rounds. Let's move away from here, take you now to English Premier League, where we've got 15-year-old Ethan Nwaneri became the youngest player in the Premier League history when he came on as a substitute for Arsenal as they returned to the top flight of the Premier League with a comfortable 3-0 win over Brentford on Sunday. Goals from William Saliba and Gabriel Jesus gave Mikel Arteta's side a 2-0 lead in the break before Fabio Vera completed the win in the 54th minute. Nwaneri, who is 15 years and also 181 days old, came on as a substitute for Vieira in the second minute of the stoppage time. The first player on the 16 to have played in the competition history. Now, the previous youngest player to feature in the league was Harvey Elliott, now of Liverpool, who is 16 years, 38 days old, when he made his top-flight debut for Fulham. In the other game played, we'll say Nigeria's Alex Iwobi was the starman for the day as Everton earned their first win of the season thanks to a good goal from Neal Maupay, his first for the Toffees. Nigeria's Alex Iwobi provided an assist for the goal that saw Everton win their first Premier League match of the season. He enjoyed another good performance playing in a more attacking midfield role. The Super Eagles midfielder has made 3 assists in 4 goals scored by Everton so far. So Everton have now climbed to 13th on the table with 7 points from awesome 7 games there. But let's see the EPL standings at this time. Arsenal will be hoping that the Premier League ends at this time because they top the table as we speak. The English Premier League standing having their also 18 points from 7 games played. Manchester City, who are the defending champions, they stay behind Arsenal there with 17 points, 1 point just different away from what Arsenal has got. Spurs and Brighton occupy 3rd and 4th position there with 17 and 13 points. But Manchester United, of course, they are playing the Europa League, but they would hope not to play the Europa League next season. Remember, they've got a pending game. The game was postponed due to some irregularities over there. For Fulham, you wonder why they are there. Wait until match day 11 and know if Fulham will still occupy 6th position in the English Premier League standing. Chelsea standing at 7th there, even the new manager, of course, in the person of Graham Potter. He was served breakfast at the Champions League, UEFA Champions League there. But we hope that they can do better in the second game for Graham Potter. Liverpool stand over there at 8th position with 9 points from 6 games played. 1 game still pending for Liverpool there. Let's run through the relegation zone. West Ham, the Hammers, have not been able to ham their way out of relegation zone there. And Nottingham Forest, yes, they were promoted, newly promoted from the EFL, but they've not been able to do enough to go up the table in the English Premier League. Leicester City, with the likes of under pressure Brendan Rodgers, will have to do a lot to get out of the bottom zone of the English Premier League standings. So the standing for the Premier League this season will wait for the pending game for Manchester United, Liverpool and also for Chelsea. All right, looking at there, we have to tell you what's happening in the world of football in the La Liga, Bundesliga and also from the Serie A. Fixtures to expect today. We get to see from the La Liga, interesting fixtures to expect from the La Liga, where we'll see the likes of maybe Barcelona can get back to top winning ways there. But Real Madrid made a mess of Atletico Madrid there in that battle between the Madrid stars there. For the likes of Vinicius Jr., he came all out for Real Madrid there as they go up against Atletico Madrid. Now, before the game started, we had seen some monkey chants for Vinicius Jr. as he celebrated in the home fans. But they were so upset there. But we wait and see what will happen. Real Madrid came all out, gunning. For Atletico Madrid, they came for a fight, but Real Madrid came to make a statement. And they dominated that game there, winning 2-1. Vinicius Jr. and Marcelo coming up for the likes of Real Madrid. Away from that to the Bundesliga, let's see what they have over there. For the results, we see that Augsburg went against Bayern Munich. That was the shocker for the day because nobody expected that Bayern Munich will lose their game away from home. Now, Bayern Munich parades the likes of Senegalese star Sergio Mane, but could not come through for them in the game played yesterday. Bayern Leverkusen had to share spoils with Werder Bremen, and not forgetting the likes of Borussia Dortmund. One goal could seal the fate against Schalke 04. Other games played sees the away sides picking a win. In the Serie A, let's see what we've got over there in the Serie A. Interesting games too played in the Serie A, but Inter Milan lose that game this time against Udinese. So the big sides got taught lessons yesterday. They got served a dinner yesterday in the top English top flight, and also not forgetting Serie A, La Liga, and also the Bundesliga. For the Serie A, Inter Milan are those you want to talk about. They lost to Udinese there, and Fiorentina winning against Verona. That was expected there because Fiorentina will always stand strong on their home front. Away from there too, we go right now to tell you the results coming from the CAF Champions League. The CAF Champions League obviously sees Ashanti Kotoko booted out of the competition, the qualifying rounds. They are not through to the next stage. But let's hear those that are through to the next stage. Young Africans are through to the next stage after beating Zalan FC on aggregates there. 9-0 gives them a bit to the next stage of the CAF Champions League qualifiers. Noadibu, they are going, even though they lost their game against ASCO, but on aggregates, they go 1-2. So in favor of the home side, they are through to the next round of the CAF Champions League. For Simba FC, they also get their ticket to the next round. US Minister gets their ticket to the next round. Otoro not going this time, but Cape Town City Tigers are going to the next round after winning on aggregate 2-0. Other clubs, two Nigerian sides are also going to the next round. Rivers United are going to the next round after they dominated play, and also Plateau United going to the next round after they dominated play. Looking at all that, we wait and see what the fixtures will look like on the African front for the CAF Champions League. All right, that does it in the world of sport. I would hand over back to Osa and Olive. Osa, I know that Manchester United are still standing at the point where they are. They are looking to go to the top 4. But let's wait to see the decider for the game, your postponed game, when the fixture has been placed. Let's see if you can get into the top 4 and maybe be guaranteed a spot for Champions League next season. Remember, more games are still yet to be played.
I expect that we will comfortably get into that top 4. But I'm just very confused. Two things. I'm not sure which of them confuses me, the most, or which of them bothers me the most. If it's Leicester at the bottom of the league, because I kind of like Leicester City, or it's Arsenal. What's Arsenal doing on top? What's going on over there? And for how much longer is this going to be? Because this is torturous. They need to come back to their.
They'll be looking for the league to just end at this point.
Well, but that's not going to happen.
At this time, we cannot understand what's really happening to Leicester City for the fact that Brendan Rodgers has done a lot for the club. Maybe he has to step up his game. We do not know what is happening in the home front there, but they have to step up their game. Or we're going to be hearing of another manager being booted out. But according to my producer, he says maybe Arsenal standing at the top is according to our alphabetical order.
Wow, that's really below the belt. But we hope that Arsenal fans, are excited and enjoying the moment. And let's see if Arsenal has the momentum to sustain remaining at the top of the table. Of course, Osalgi doesn't expect that.
They say, I've seen this before, they say Arsenal on top of the league is like an elephant on a tree. You don't know how it got there, but you know it will come. But you know it will come down.
On that note, we'll be wrapping up sports. Arsenal fans, I'd like to apologize to you and say that the views expressed by Southgate do not represent the views of Breakfast Central TV. So when you find him on the road, it's only him you should hold.
Thank you
Thank you very much for the
Sport
sport update this morning.
You're welcome.